that actually. It's kind of good for our mind as well as our body. So let's just shake out one hand, one arm, maybe get into the shoulder. And then let's do the other side. Maybe get into the shoulder a little. And then taking one leg, shake it out. And the other, and then maybe just keep one foot on the floor at a time. And then the other. Shoulders roll back and down nice and slowly. And one more time. We're about halfway in your chair. Up on those sits bones, lengthening the spine. Option to close your eyes. Your feet are pressing just gently into the floor, enough to know that you can feel that floor, that ground beneath you, and enough to just slightly feel your legs engaged here. So let's see if we can lengthen the spine. You imagine you have your crowns on, so your spine is nice and long. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then gently exhale, feel everything soften and relax. And again, nice deep breath in. Imagining your lungs filling up as you breathe and feel that expansion. Maybe noticing the rise and fall of the belly as you breathe nice and deeply. Noticing the rib cage expanding. And just notice that cool air coming in through your nostrils. And the warmer air coming out of either your nose or your mouth. Maybe noticing the cool air on your skin. And notice any gentle sounds around you. And then gently we'll open up the eyes as we press firmly into the floor with our feet, shoulders roll back and down, reaching the fingers towards the floor. Press a little harder into the floor with your feet, legs are engaged, reaching energetically towards the floor. Crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling. Relax your shoulders for 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Press through the floor, again with the feet, shoulders roll back and down. These legs are engaged. Stay here, reaching down, or we can reach up towards the ceiling. Staying here, or if it's comfortable, reaching a little higher, making sure that we don't lift those arms right up by our ears. So the shoulders are still down. Press a little harder into the floor with the feet. Option to take your gaze up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. And slowly come down and relax, shake it out. And again, pressing both feet into the floor, stay right here, or we can lift that left leg, pushing hard into the ground with this leg. Stay here, or we can reach up. So now we're balancing, we're working both legs just differently. Shoulders soften down from the ears. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring that leg down. Shake it out again. Shake out those hands, shake out those wrists. Ready? Other side. So pushing firmly with this foot into the ground. Stay here, or we can reach up. Allow those shoulder blades to soften down. And breathe. Slowly bring both arms down. One more time on each side. So shoulders roll back, just shake it out. Up comes that left leg. Option to lift the arms. Push a little harder into the ground with this leg, really activating those muscles. Stay here, or we can extend this leg, flexing the foot, lengthen the spine, and just breathe. Slowly bring those legs down and the arms. One more time, pushing as hard as you comfortably can with the foot that's holding you into the ground. Making sure we don't lean too much over to this side. Option to lift those arms. Shoulders are down from the ear. Option to extend the leg. Ooh, that brings me forward a little on the chair. And breathe. We're working hard, even though we're not moving that much. And slowly bring those arms and legs down. Shoulders roll back, opening up the chest. Soften the shoulders. Inhale as we lift up just as far as you're comfortable. And exhale, bring those arms back down to our heart center. Press through those feet. We're sitting as tall as we can. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back down, hands together. Just one more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, come back. Bring those hands together. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Shoulders roll back. Push hard into the floor with your feet. Pressing into our fingertips. Hi, Timothy. Pressing hard into our wrists and our heel of the hand. Spread those fingers wide, push hard, interlace those fingers, gently press away, keeping a big bend in the elbows, still pushing into those feet. Don't forget to work those legs. Reach up, take the gaze to where the ceiling and the wall meet, just so we don't drop our head too far back. Not good for our neck. And then slowly bring those arms down and shake it out. So we have another little variation coming up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Shoulders roll back and down. Inhale, lift. Let's lift that left leg. Holding the leg up, pushing hard into the floor with this leg. Slowly bring those arms down. The leg stays here. So you can, I'm not touching my leg with my hands, but you can if you need that extra support. Inhale up, just the arms. Exhale down. Inhale up, hands and leg or arms and legs come down. Other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Shoulder blades come in towards each other. Inhale, lift. Up comes that right leg. Leg stays up. Hands come down. Inhale, lift. Hands come down. Inhale, lift, stay here or extend that leg. Balancing on those sits bones, pushing your balancing foot into the ground and slowly come down. Arms and feet come down, shake it out. Shoulders roll back and down. One more time, shoulders roll back and down, reaching out, opening up the chest and shoulder. Deep breath in, sigh it out. And then we'll come and warm up our back muscles a little more. So hands coming onto the thighs. Actually, I'm going to turn my chair to face this way. We'll go into something else facing this way too. So about center on the chair or on those sits bones. Rounding the back. Option to slide your hands just past the knees. If that's not comfortable, keep them here. Round. Inhale up, shoulders roll back and down. Gazing straight ahead or up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. As we round, nice and gently, feel that big stretch. And then open up. Just a couple more round. And open. One more time round. And open, opening up the chest and shoulders. Relax, feel them soften down. 3, 2, and 1, shake it out. So today we're going to practice reaching down towards the floor. And then you have, when we come to standing, we'll have a standing option with several different variations. Do what feels good to you. Don't do it if you don't feel safe or you just think this isn't for me today. So don't do this next one. I will show you an incorrect. Okay, so I will only do it once because I don't want to do it too long. So when we reach down, often we round and then we reach. So this puts a lot of pressure on the vertebrae in our neck and in our back. That's how these vertebrae will get compressed because we put too much pressure on them. So this is why the way I trained in yoga, we hinge forward from the hips whenever we reach down. That keeps the back flat until we get a certain distance, and then it's okay, then it's safer to round. So all those classes that I took when I was younger, where you roll up one vertebrae at a time, we don't want to do that. So now that we know better, we do better. So to press those feet into the floor as we hinge forward, as we push ourselves forward just a little bit. So we're peeping over at our toes. The head is in line with the spine. And then we can come down further if it's comfortable. So stop wherever it feels good to you. So now, obviously, I'm rounding, but then I'm not pushing all that weight into my lower back. And then when we come up, we do the same. We come back up to our flat back. Imagine these as little door hinges. We hinge up from the hips. So let's just do that a few more times. So lengthen through the spine first. Nice flat back. So we do this a lot because this is helping to loosen up our muscles in our back and also our hamstrings, which are here. And don't worry about how far you come down. We're not trying to touch the floor, we're just heading that way. Nice flat back. Rounding. And then we come up, it's nice and safe. We find the flat back and then we hinge up. Just one more time. Down. Come on up, find that flat back. All the way up, shoulders roll back and down. So we will practice that again when we come to standing in a little while. And always the option to take a seat and do exactly what we just did instead of the standing option if you choose. So lengthen through the spine. We're up on those sits bones. Bring that left leg out, flexing the foot, pushing firmly into the ground with this leg. Let's see if we can get a little taller. Reaching out with our opposite arm, making sure we can still feel both shoulder blades pulling in towards each other. And then slowly we switch our seated spinal balance, working our legs, our core, our back, and our shoulders, reaching and reaching. Strength and balance, because even though we're seated, our core is working hard to keep us from wobbling over. And then option to hold on, option to lift just one leg or maybe two. If you feel yourself leaning too far back, just shuffle back further in the chair or put one leg down. Shoulders are rolled back so we're not hunching forward. Option to reach up and breathe. Let's turn our palms forward, scrunch the fingers together, scrunch the toes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those feet back in, shake it out. So I'm going to shuffle a little bit closer towards the front of the chair, just lifting that left leg and releasing it down. Other side. So if you have shoes on, you can stamp if you want to. I won't make too much noise if I stamp, but go ahead if you want to. You stamp harder if you have shoes. Add in the arms if you want to. Moving mindfully. So feel that connection with your feet as they touch the ground. Maybe notice the cool air around your fingers and your arms as you reach up for 3, 2, and 1. Hands on those thighs. Little circles around. Nice easy back stretch. Get into those shoulders if you want to. And let's switch and go the other direction. And then come center. Press through those feet, shoulders roll back and down. Let's sweep up with that left arm, reaching towards the ceiling. Right arm reaches down. Press through those feet, engage the legs. If we can extend a little further in each direction. Taking the gaze up if that feels good for your neck. And then slowly switch. Keep pressing those feet into the ground. And one more time on each side. So lateral flexion, lengthening through one side of the body. And reach. Stay straight up, straight down, or we can come into that gentle spinal twist, really opening up the chest and shoulder. And slowly switch. And one more. Reach. And reach. And then come back. Shoulders roll back and down, opening up the chest. Elbows come up to about shoulder height. Push through those feet, bringing our hands together so elbows are in line with the shoulders. As we reach up with that left arm and then pull it down to shoulder height and lift. Keep pushing into the floor with those feet. Just a little movement. Now stay here, both together for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those elbows back down in line with the shoulders. Lift that left leg. Keep that leg here, or we can extend it. Option 2, reach up. Maybe you take that gaze up, softening the shoulders a little. Slowly bring the arms and the leg down. Shoulders roll back and down, elbows come back up. Let's just go out and in and out and in. Just 2 more. Open and close. At that shoulder mobility. Open and close. Ready? Lift that other leg and hold. I can feel my core working here. Stay here or extend the leg. Lifting up and down. Pressing hard into floor with your balancing leg. One more, that lift and down. Bring those arms out, leg comes down, hands come down, hands come in together. Nearly there. As we open, wiggle those fingers and close and open and close. 2 more. Open and close. Lots of work for those shoulders. Open and close. Bring those elbows down, shoulders roll back. And I know it's not snowing yet, but we can make our imaginary snow angels. So try not to arch the back. I know when I do this, it's the tendency to push your chest forward, but try not to do that. Just lengthen through the spine, reaching up and overhead. Bring those elbows down and back up. And down. So go with your own range of motion. I know there have been times where I cannot do this on one side. I just have a shorter range of motion. Do what you can. The more we move, the easier it is to move. Let's bring those hands down, shake it out, bring that arm across, lengthen through the spine, and we're not tugging too hard. We're not pulling on any joints. Option to take your gaze across. Take a nice deep breath in. And gently exhale, give yourself a hug on the other side. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Shoulders roll back, let's shake it out. Bring those hands together. Actually, I'm going to turn my chair. There we go. It's all right. Bringing those hands together, nice flat back. Heels come back just behind the knees, shoulders roll back, let's hinge forward. Pressing weight into your whole foot and then hinge up. Strengthening the back, we're working our legs, we're getting a nice little gentle stretch in our lower back and a little into our hamstrings. And down and lift. So come down, hold it here. Or you have the option to reach out. This puts a little bit more work onto your back. So bring those hands back down if that's better for you. As we hinge up and down, pressing into the floor with those feet as we lift. And come forward, head stays in line with the spine, lift and lower and then lift. And bring those hands together, shoulder blades come in towards each other, shoulders roll back. Interlace those fingers, Gently press those palms away, keeping a nice big bend in the elbows. Stay here, or we can round the back, pushing forward, still keeping a big bend in the elbows. Big, big stretch for your back. Breathe into the back of the body. Slowly come all the way up. Let's bring that right foot forward. Heels on the ground, toes are up. Interlace those fingers so you have your pointy finger facing forward. Ready? Lots of stretches for our back today. So round and pull up. Shoulder blades come in towards each other. Try not to arch that back. We're not leaning back. And then round and lift up. Well done. Enjoy this movement. It feels really good. Lovely stretch for your back. Toes are up, coming towards your face. You get a little stretch on the back of the legs for both calves and the Achilles. And let's switch feet. Toes are up, so we're stretching here into the Achilles and the calves. Here we are. So we're going to bring our hands forward this time, rounding the back, pushing as if we're pushing against that wall in front of us. Toes are up, pulling back and push and pull. Two more, push and pull. Last time, push and pull. Bring those hands down, step in, shake out those legs, shoulders roll back. Let's come up onto the balls of the feet, squeezing those calves. Now, option will hinge forward from the hips. You can have your hands on your thighs, or you can be here. Your heels are still just behind the knees. Nice flat back here. And then we'll just reach forward. So we're in our seated chair pose. So we're not rounding the back at all. We can still feel our shoulder blades pulling in towards each other. So if I extend my arms too far, then I will pull in and start to round here. So now stay here, or we can lift those heels. Heels come down, come back in, squeeze. Ready? Hinge forward again, pressing weight into those feet as if we were preparing to get up. We're not quite there. Option to reach forward, keeping a bend in those elbows. My back is still nice and flat, shoulder blades still squeeze in towards each other. Stay here, or option to lift those heels. And notice how that changes in the body. Come back. Just two more. Forward, push into the floor with those feet, reaching forward, lift those heels, breathe, smile, because it's good for us. And then come back. One more. Nice flat back. Option to reach, option to lift those heels. 3, 2, 1, come on back, shake it out. So now we're going to practice getting up and down, then we'll come back and do the weights. It's just so I don't forget all the things that we need to do. So much we could do, too many options. Here we go. So we are hinging forward from the hips, staying down for 4, pushing as much weight as you can into those feet, as much as is comfortable. Hold the chair, hold the thighs, or you're here. Shoulders are nice and soft, head in line with the spine, and then we rock back. We're there a nice long time, working those legs. So there's a lot of work here. If your body really does not want to come up and down today, stay here because you are still working the legs. And then come back, just 2 more. And forward. Release that tight grip with your toes. And then come back. I know, because my toes were gripping the floor too. Press forward. And then come back. Little rest. Ready? So if you need an extra chair in front of you to hold on to when you get up, just make sure it's on a non-slip surface, like a mat or carpet. Push yourself up if you need that little extra. Stay down if that's better for you, or you're here. Ready? Coming forward, weight goes into those feet. Slowly up we come. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Well done, everyone. And slowly come down. Just watching that those knees don't come towards each other on the way up or down. Take your time. Skip some if you need to. Slowly down. And come on up. And slowly down. And lift. And lower. Lift. A few more here. Rest if you need to. We're making those legs stronger. Coming down nice and slowly. Trying not to plop into the chair. So imagine you're holding your favorite cup of tea or coffee and lowering down nice and slowly so you don't spill it. All the way up. All the way down. Just a few more. We're nearly there. Lift. And lower. One more here. Lift. And lower. So have a little break. Shoulders roll back. Take a nice deep breath. Take a drink if you need to. One more nice deep breath in. Let's press through the feet. Relax the shoulders as tall as you can. Let's just have a nice gentle stretch over to one side. I'm going over to my right. Always lengthening before we twist. Slowly come center, press into the floor and lengthen. Slowly we twist over to the other side. That back shoulder is rolled back and come center. Ready for some more with our up and down. Do as much or as little as you want to. We're coming all the way up and just halfway down. All the way up. Now we're coming almost all the way down to a hover. Now we come just halfway up. Back to your hover. All the way up. Relief for those legs. Coming halfway down. Nice flat back. All the way up. Down to a hover. Up to halfway. Down to a hover. All the way up to the top. One more time. Looking good, everyone. Ready? Down halfway. Making those legs work. Up to the top. Squeeze those glutes. Down to a hover. Up halfway. Down to a hover. Up halfway. Down to a hover. Last time. Up halfway. All the way up. Ooh, shake out those legs. Now we're going to reach down for our weights. So the first set will be seated. So grab those weights or your cans or your bottles of water, or you can do it without anything. So you're using your body weight. All is good. So it's good to just move, even if you don't have the weight. Feet are hip width, toes and knees are forward, shoulders roll back, reaching down, hinging forward from those hips. So our back is nice and flat, head in line with the spine, extend those arms back. We just bend at the elbows and extend. Bend, extend. Working the back of the arms. We should have wonderful arms by the time it's finally warm enough, right? To go bare armed again. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come on up, shoulders roll back. Hinging forward again, nice flat back. Reaching forward, this time we're working our back as we pull, squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other and extend. Pull, extend. Moving and breathing. Pull, 4, 3, 2. This is one of my favorite ones. And 1. And come on up. Lengthen through that spine. Shoulder rolls. Shake it out a little. Now we put them both together. So coming forward, nice flat back. We'll reach out at that slight diagonal, pull in, extend back. Pull, ready, reach down. We'll pull in, extend back and bend. Reach forward at that diagonal, pull in, extend back and bend. So those weights are coming into your back pocket. Reach, pull, extend and bend. Just a few more. Reach, pull, extend and bend. Ready, reach, pull, extend and bend. Two more. Reach, pull, extend and bend. So those two movements put together. Reach and bend and come up. Shoulders roll back, shake it out a little. And you can stay down for the rest, or we can come up behind the chair, your choice. Feet are hip width or a little wider. Shoulders roll back and down. Lengthen through the spine, palms come to face forward, soften those shoulders. Crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling as we bend and extend all the way. Lift and lower. So it's nice and controlled. We feel that resistance on the way up and on the way down. Lift and lower. Just 4 more here. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Just 2. Now come up halfway and just hold it. Let's reach forward with that left arm and pull it back. And now the right, the left, and the right. So we keep a big bend in that elbow. Reach and reach. 1 more each side. Let's bring those arms down. Palms face our thighs. So we're doing biceps, but you have the option at the top to do a shoulder press. You can leave that part out if you choose. So it's bend, option for your press, down, release. Nice and slow and controlled. Breaking down each movement so they're all separate. That way there's no swinging. Reach, down, release. 4 more. Lift, press, down, release. Just 2. Looking good, everyone. Last one. Down, release. Shoulders roll back. Let's bring those arms up about halfway. Let's pull both of them back. So we roll those shoulders back. Left arm reaches forward just a little bit and pull it back. Then the right, the left. Taking our time, the right, few more. Left, right, squeezing those shoulder blades together. 1 more. Bring those arms down, shoulders roll back. Now we're going to bring those arms up again, gluing our elbows into the side of our body. So keeping them there, and we just open out. It's just a small movement, open. We're not going all the way back and in and open. This is good for our shoulders, good for our back. And it's biceps, so lots of muscles working here. Nice and slow and controlled. You can do it seated. 2 more. Open, close, open, close. Oh, I can feel my biceps. Shoulders roll back. So bring those palms to face the thighs. Weights are super close to your body. Let's lift with 1 arm. So you can go straight into both together if you want to. Stay with alternate arms or go to both together, your choice. And lift, Release slowly. So trying not to drop those weights. It's all nice and controlled. Just 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulders roll back. Let's do another set of these. If you don't like them, then you can skip this one or you can hold here. Ready? As we open and close. So each time we open, we can feel the shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other. We're not leaning back. We're not arching the back. Staying as tall as you can, keeping that good posture. Crown of the head reaches towards the ceiling. Just 2 more. And bring those arms down. 1 more set. Ready? Those weights nice and close to the body. Alternate arms or both together, your choice. As we lift and slowly let those weights come down, trying not to drop them down quickly. We don't want to put any additional weight into those shoulders in the sudden movements. Just 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, shoulders roll back. Well done. You worked hard with that set. So weights can go down out of the way. So, and then we'll come just behind the chair. Feet are hip width. Shoulders roll back. Let's shake it out. So if you're staying seated and you have your block handy, you can do that. I'll give you options. So we're going to practice that coming down and reaching towards the floor. So I'll show you one set here, which is what we do quite often. The feet are hip width or a little wider. Toes and knees are forward. And so I showed you the unsafe option when we were seated. This is another unsafe option, would be to round and then come down. Really bad for your whole back. So then we bend our knees, we come down with that nice flat back. We're not going far, don't worry. If you're seated, you are hinging forward and sliding those hands down. So if you want to get a little further, you can, then we reach and then we begin to round. So I'm not going to go any further than this. You can hold the chair and then come back up. So what we practice with the chair yoga is our modifications. And I am going to turn my chair around. If you feel safe to do that, then do. If you don't, keep it the other way around and you can hold on to the back of the chair. Same thing, we bend those knees while I'm coming down with my nice flat back, which is hinging at the hips. And this is the new floor, right? So we bring our floor up to us. So now I'm bending down. The weight is in the whole of the foot. I'm not rocking into the heels because that way I might just topple backwards. I'm not shifting into the ball of the foot because then I might topple forwards. This is our new floor. And then we come up. So you have options here. And if you're seated, I'll quickly show you this option too. Then we come down and you reach down. So that way, this is your new floor. So you can be here, or you can bring your floor to this height. So we have a gradual going down. So often we can either have like tight lower backs, or we can have tight hamstrings, or sometimes both. So we have to work at it gradually rather than just like reaching and then we bend our back awkwardly. And that's how we can hurt ourselves. So the rounding the back is as much as you can, a no-no. So we're reaching down here, or we can reach to here. And then we come up nice and slowly with that flat back, and then we hinge up. So again, and if you're at the back of the chair, that's fine. Just hold on and work your way down as far as you want to. Another way to practice, stay holding the chair if you feel safer, or you can bring your forearms down to your thighs as if we're in a skiing position. and then come all the way up. So my back is still flat, head in line with the spine. Then we come up, shoulders roll back. Couple more times for practice, and then gradually you get to come a little lower. And don't worry if you don't, we're just working at it. We're going for practice, not perfection. And fortunately for all of us, we will never get to the perfect way of doing it. So we just keep practicing. One more. Come on down. Feel the strength in those legs. They are working hard today. So stay here. You're higher up if you need to be. We can come here. Maybe we're here. And that way we're heading down towards the floor, right? And we can grab something if we want to. Coming all the way up. Shoulders roll back. Definitely shake out those legs. I'm going to put my block away. So let's practice a little bit more of that again. This time we have the back of the chair to hold on to if we need it. One more, and then we won't do any more of these squats. Feet are hip width or a little wider. We can come on down. So we have our nice flat back. Watch we're not rocking into the heels. Hold the chair, let go, or reach back, your choice. Watch those knees don't knock towards each other. And just breathe. Relax the shoulders. Come on up nice and slowly. Squeeze. Stay or reach up. Slowly come down. Shoulders back. Bend those knees. Hold on. Always an option to hold on. Always an option to not do it. You are in control. Do what is best for you. Slowly come up. Option to reach up. Just two more. Down we come. Think how strong these legs are getting. And breathe. It's harder work than it looks. Well done. Come on up. We just have one more. Let's make it our best one. The back is nice and flat. We're hinging from the hips. So think of these little hinges, always hinging forward with that back, never rounding. And then come on up. Shake it out. Shoulders roll back. Let's just work those legs a little bit more. Feet hip width. Come on up to the balls of the feet. Little balance. Hold on or let go. And come back down. Three more. Lift up. And come back down. We're working with balance. We're also strengthening our glutes and hamstrings. And down. Two more. Lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Shake out those legs. Taking a nice big step back with our right leg. Back foot's at that 45-degree angle, bending the front knee. So the knee is over the ankle, pushing to its own side. Let's lengthen and soften the shoulders. Hold on or reach up with one arm or maybe two. Gazing ahead, or we can take our gaze to where the ceiling and the wall meet. So feel, notice how your legs are feeling. This one, they're both strong. Keep reaching. Slowly bring those arms down. Bring that right hand to your right hip. Stay here or reach forward. Making sure we're not reaching forward too much. We still feel the shoulder blades coming in towards each other. Stay here. You have the option to hold on as we gently straighten the front leg, being careful not to jam that knee, not to lock it all the way back, keeping the knee soft. Knee comes back to over the ankle, making sure it's pushing to its own side as we lift and lower. Strength, balance, and movement all in one. Come back down to your warrior two. Hold for a moment, then maybe you flip your palm. You can hold the chair or reach that hand back. Coming into our peaceful warrior, that bend in the knee stays. So we're really working our front leg. Slowly come up, bring those hips forward, hinging forward from the hips. Nice flat back. Choices. So you can hold on, let go, or reach back. For 3, 2, and 1. Come up, let's step forward. Shake out those legs. Shoulders roll back. Let's step back with our left leg, bending the front knee, and the knee is going to push gently to its own side, just so it doesn't drift over the center line of the body. Shoulders roll back, we're nice and tall, making sure we're not leaning forward. That weight is over the center of the body. Option to reach up and breathe. Feel the strength in those legs. Gazing ahead or maybe up to where the ceiling and the wall meets. Slowly bring those arms down. Bring that left hand to your hip. Open up the chest and shoulder. Hold on or reach forward, your choice. Your fingers more or less in line with your shoulder. The shoulder is rolled back just so it's not rounded. Hold it here or we can move. Ready? Straighten, hold on if you need to. And bend, nice and slowly, making sure that knee does not go forward over the ankle. Just 2 more. Well done, everyone, looking good. And come on down. Hold for a moment, hold onto that chair as an option, or we can flip the palm. Keeping the front knee bent, option to come into our peaceful warrior. Feeling that stretch on the side of the body. Nice deep breath in. Trying not to scrunch your toes into the floor. Slowly come up, bring those hips forward, shoulders roll back. Let's hinge forward, keeping our back safe, our head in line with the spine. Hold on, or you're here, or you're here. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Shake out those legs. Let's do a nice stretch now. So just small to medium step back with your right leg. The back foot's at that 45-degree angle. And then we'll just straighten the front leg, but making sure we keep the knee soft so you don't ever want to jam that knee all the way back. Hinging forward from the hips. Stay here, or we have the option to just press that hip back just a little bit. Then you'll feel a much more intense stretch down the back here, lengthening those hamstrings. You can stay here if you can easily reach down, depending on the height of the back of the chair. I can't, you can reach forward. Or again, if you want to, you have the option to bring the floor to the height that works for you. Do it this way around. Stay with the back of the chair, that is totally fine. Maybe you press that left hip back just a little bit. If you feel okay here, stay here. You have the option to come lower. And then figure out if this feels comfortable or not. And if it doesn't, come back up. And then we step forward. So same on the other side. We'll stretch out our other hamstring. So that left leg comes back. Much shorter distance from when we step back for our warrior series. Gently straighten the leg. Hinging forward with that nice flat back. You might be good here, in which case stay here and just gently press your hip back. This is actually a nice height for me, but figure out what works best for you. I can get down here, but it's not quite as comfortable, so just pick the variation that works best for you. Shoulder blades are squeezing in towards each other. Option to push your right hip back just a little bit, feeling that lengthening down the back of the leg. Hamstrings, excuse me, glutes. Maybe into your calf, bend that knee, come forward. And we're back up behind the chair, shoulders roll back, feet are hip width, stepping out with your left leg. Stay here for your tree. Or we can slide that foot in a little or a lot. You can bring that foot to your inner calf or keep toes on the ground. I'm keeping mine down. Let's lengthen through your balancing leg. Hold on or let go. Maybe you hold on with one finger. And just breathe, feeling the strength of that leg. This is really good for our posture too, because we're lengthening through the whole of the body. And it's okay if you wobble, you just touch down and come back up. Making whatever tree branches you like. A little wobble maybe. I can feel my ankle wobbling. For 3, 2, 1, touch down, shake it out. Other side, stepping out. Slide that foot in if you want to, or keep it here for more support. It's all strengthening for your body. Lengthen so we're not just hanging out in that hip. Hold on or reach up and breathe. Maybe you notice the whole of the foot pressing into the ground. If you want more, lift the toes. It's okay to wobble. We're just practicing here so that when we do go outside on those rare occasions that we venture out to the mailbox or wherever else we go, then we're stronger outside too. So come on down, shoulders roll back and down, shake them out, and let's take a seat. Well done. Give yourself a hand. You did really great. That was quite challenging, so well done. Shoulders roll back. Let's reach for our lovely straps. Feet are hip width. That strap can come around the ball of the left foot, or you can skip the strap completely and just hinge forward. Your choice. You can lift that leg if that feels good. Relax those shoulders, press the heels forward. So actually, Kathy, while I think of it, because I know you're in class and I might forget later, I do have a couple of straps that have like handles so you can then hold with one hand, which might be easier. If you want to borrow one, just let me know. So then you can hold here. It would be easier for you than just hanging on here. Soften the shoulders. Close the eyes if you want to and breathe. And again, nice deep breath. And then maybe turn those toes in towards the body. Ooh, feel that stretch on a different part of the calf. It should feel good. Stretching the sole of the foot. Let's bring those toes and turn them outwards. Ooh, feel that stretch. Press into that from the heel. Ankle over ankle. Keep it down if that's better for your body. If you've had a hip replacement, keep it down unless your doctor's told you otherwise. And that does depend whether or not your surgery is done from the back or the front of the hip. Shoulders roll back, keep that back nice and flat. Stay here, or you can hinge forward a little more, flexing that foot. And just breathe. Try not to rock over to that side. Opening up the hip, stretching the glute area, and then come on back. Let's do the other side. Heels down, shoulders back or heels up, whatever feels good to you. Lengthen through the spine, soften through the shoulders. And breathe. Maybe wiggle those toes. Turn the toes in. Lengthen through the spine. And smile because you did something good for yourself. And it's a beautiful sunny day. Whatever else is going on, it is a beautiful day out there. Turn those toes out. And breathe. Ankle over ankle. Shuffle forward if you need to. Maybe the ankle comes up, maybe it doesn't. Some days are different from others. Making sure our heel on the ground is under the knee, so it's nice and supported for our weight. Come forward if you want to. And breathe. One more nice deep breath. And slowly come all the way up. Let's unravel. Shake out those shoulders. Bring those hands together, interlace the fingers, gently press away for a nice stretch for the wrists and the fingers. Keep a big bend in the elbows so we're not rounding the back. And then maybe we just do one arm or one hand at a time, pressing back gently, lengthen through the spine, and then come down. And then we'll press, just stretching at the wrists and the forearms, and down. And then let's just wiggle those fingers, little swirl of the wrists, moving the fingers, moving those finger joints. Anything is good. Making a little clawing motion. And then come down. Let's stretch out the neck. So lengthen through the spine, ear to shoulder on that side, softening the shoulders. Hands can stay here, or you can reach out the arm, maybe give it a shake. If you want extra, there's a little tension, a little pressure here. Stay just leaning over, or you can turn your gaze down. And just imagine any tension coming down from your neck and your shoulder all the way down your arm. Give it a little shake, leave it down on the floor. Come on up, shoulder roll, lengthen, other side. Stay here or turn that gaze inwards just gently. Soften those shoulders and breathe. One more. Come all the way up. Shoulders roll back and down, and one more. And that feels nice and relaxing. So in the center of your chair or shuffle backwards, you can be tall or you can relax. Resting the hands down, closing the eyes if you choose. Going back to our nice deep breathing that we did at the beginning of class. And this is super important anyway, but even more so now. Today, I will be kind to myself. When we are kind and considerate towards ourselves, we are more likely to be kind and considerate towards others. Today, I will be kind to myself by treating myself especially well, by acknowledging my value as a person, and by taking the extra time to listen to what I need and desire. Being kinder and more considerate to myself, I'll see great value in taking better care of myself. And very gently, let's lengthen through the spine, allow the shoulders to soften, and gently bring the hands together. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And gently exhale. And again, nice deep breath in. And gently exhale.